It's Tom Numbers. So when I talk about numbers, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. This is for the new viewers, the new audience. And it helps us see round corners. It helps us peer into the other realities just in front of our eyes. And it helps connect the dots. So it's connecting the dots consciously. That's what we're doing. Who's in the chat? Are they going to censor this one? Hopefully not. And we're 282 days in. So 282 is a big number. 88 miles per hour when you spell the full phrase. 88 miles per hour comes to 282. Hey, Starfire. Thank you, bless you. Hey, Glennis. Edward 74, Gematria 74. Roxy, Janice, Marie, Syrian, Corrine. Hey, Joy, Deborah. So, what's going on? There's lots of things happening. Lots of balls are in play. And a massive one is this storm. So do you remember just, 3 days ago? I said, is this to be a week of storms? I think I might even said it Monday. Maybe Sunday. We're Wednesday today. And I didn't know about this storm Melissa that was coming up, but I found out about that yesterday. And so did everyone else in Jamaica and the Caribbean. So that's another kind of mini Tom-proof, Q-proof. I didn't know about that. I don't know when it was first announced. I don't really watch the weather over there, but when it gets big, I hear about it like everyone else. And the reason I was saying I thought there'd be some storms this week is because of the Q marker. So the first Q drop was yesterday, 8 years ago. That's why. And we're heading into many timestamps and many things in October and into November. So let's look at the numbers on Hurricane Melissa. We do live in a matrix, folks. So Hurricane is 97, which is crypto, which is October 19. I spoke about the swan happening then. It looks like it was a confirmation of the timeline that we're on for all the swans and the storms to take place. And still pointing to Vegas with the F1 race. And guess what was on TV again last night? The Dark Knight Rises, with Anne Hathaway being Catwoman, Batgirl. Excuse me. The Dark Knight Rises 206, Circuit of the Americas 206, that happened October 19th. The Swan, the Amazon Swan, the Blackout, 11:56, the beginning of the F1 film, which shows 11:56 at the beginning of that film. It also says superstars Donald Trump, or a superstar Donald Trump, 138, revaluation 138. Jamaica is 38. Another 138 to look at is Jamaica Hospital. Where was President Trump born? He was born in Queens, Jamaica Hospital. Queen is 62. It will be 62 years to the day, November 22nd, with JFK. We got 131 in the chat. 131 is John F. Kennedy. There you go. So storm, hurricane, and Melissa is 78, which is November, which is Kennedy. Sorry, October, Kennedy. So it's saying Hurricane Melissa is Hurricane October, and we're in October. And it happened on the day of the Q post. And here in the UK, Vegas hasn't happened yet, but if you do Paradise, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's 206, which is the Dark Knight Rises, quantum physics, 206. On the front of the newspaper today, the Mirror 91. There's also, while we're talking, there's an exclusive video I did on Starseeds, Q, and Soul contracts on my local. So local subscribers, go and check that out. And if you want to go and get a preview of that, those aren't locals, they can go and get the first few minutes of it free. Go and click it. If you want to carry on watching, just subscribe. So shout out to my local subscribers. Yeah, time is all blending to one, isn't it? I had an interesting one this afternoon. about a 20-minute space of time just disappeared. I don't know where it went. I'm pretty good at knowing when the clock is and all that. And I looked up and I was like, oh, I don't know where those 20 minutes went. Just, yeah, anyway, you get that a lot. But, yes, a storm, well, Hurricane Melissa is crypto October. It's Kennedy through October. And in the paper today, on the front of the newspaper, the Daily Mirror, Mirror 91, POTUS 91, Space Force 91, XRP, or the XRP 91, Magic Ivanka 91, Future 91, Liberty 91. It says on there that it was 185 miles per hour. Now, if anyone follows my Twitter, which I hope you all do, go to Real Tom Numbers at Twitter, at X being the operative word. I did some codes on 222, and it was that film, not the film, the Queen song, that Vincent Kennedy put out on Twitter. And it came to 222. It was about the horses running. It was and it was the Highlander song. I try to remember what the song was now, but if you look on there, I did a whole bunch of 222s. 185 mph comes to 222, which comes to Gray's Sports Almanac. And there's a whole bunch on that with October 26th I spoke about from Don. Like I always, he changes his name so much on Twitter. He did some great posts on that. But guess who 185 is, or what 185 is? 185 is Donald John Trump. So 185, and then MPH is 37 senior. So Donald John Trump senior is 222. And then you've obviously got Donald John Trump Jr. But usually when we refer to Donald John Trump, we're talking about senior. But 185, I mean, they could have picked any speed for that storm, for that hurricane, but it's 185. So I saw the code on it immediately, and it happened on the day of the first Q post. And the first Q post makes reference to Hillary being arrested on the 30th, which is tomorrow. So let's see, folks, if we're in time with all of this, that would be amazing. And that would be just fantastic, because it knows we're on the final stretch then, because it will look like the Q posts are in sequence. The other one is that President Trump is out, obviously, in Asia right now, in the Far East, and he's done the big in Japan. He's been awarded, and he's doing Korea and China. But the date of China and Korea is it today or tomorrow? That's in the Q post as well. So basically, it looks like at the time that Hillary will be arrested, if we're on that timeline, if they're going to do it in sequence like that, it looks like he'll be out in the Far East. And then it says, what's the significance of that? Why is that? So we'll find out what that would be. It's exciting times, folks. We've got 185 in the chat right now, and we've got 58. So we've got 185 Donald John Trump, 58 is Ivanka. There you go. Look at that. I just take a little screenshot of that. Let me have a look. There we go. So there's global comms, personal Easter eggs everywhere, all over the place, folks. This is how it works. This is the power of the numbers. This is the power of the synchronicities. This is the power of the reality that we're in. Because let's face it, when we were born, I had some early memories when I was born, like really early memories. A lot of people say they can't really remember until they're about maybe 4 or 5. I can remember before I was the age of 2. I've got clear memories. I think I've spoken about this before. Hey, Stephen. I remember my first Christmas with my sister, Tanya, 61 miracle, and she is a miracle. And I remember we were on my parents' bed opening our presents, and that's one of my first memories. And then I remember when my sister Sarah was born a few months later. Sarah 47, France 47, atomic number for silver 47, John 47, Rachel 47, 47, inverse of 74. Hey, Susan. Loyalty badge. Fantastic. Nice one, Susan. Great. You're getting your loyalty badges here on YouTube. But I also have memories of almost being kind of born like this, or very soon, either in the womb or just out, and it was like just this kind of awareness that I was alive, that I was thinking, this consciousness. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. But then it's a distinction between like kind of on and off, like because this veil, this forgetfulness, whatever it is, coming into this reality, forgetting who we were, and then going through the ascension to remember who we are. And that's all built into our DNA, into our holographic reality. But I do have memories of a young child, specific ones, colourful in terms of seeing. I remember Christmas with my sister, and then my other sister being born. I had a Bubba Puppa book. I lost that. I was in the hospital. I was sitting with my granddad. I think the nurse took the book. Anyway, I don't know, but that's what the feeling was, because I lost this book, the Bubba Puppa book. Couldn't find it. But Hospital 100, Reversal Reset. There's a hospital in the Dark Knight, isn't there? President Trump born in Jamaica Hospital. That's 138. Donald Trump 138. But anyway, they're going back to this thinking of being aware I was alive and here. It was this feeling of kind of just the shimmering darkness, not quite shimmering darkness, but I was aware. It was peaceful, it was calm. And I just remember this feeling of, oh, what's this? I don't know if some of you can relate to that, those first moments of being born. Hey, Steve. And then the Q post. So will we see Hillary arrested tomorrow? That would be bang on. That would be amazing if we see that. And I know a lot of people are kind of pointing out that they know or trying to correct. I'm obviously aware that Hillary was done ages ago. I know that. But as with all of it, we're talking about multiple things all at once. So the Q post alignment seems like it's tomorrow. So let's see. That will wake the world up. That will be there'll be many things, but that will be one that wakes the world up. It'll wake a lot of people up. Not everyone, but it'll wake up a good portion. The sealed portion will become unsealed. But it will wake up a lot. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow. And as I said yesterday, President Trump tweeted on the day of the Q post 8 years ago and said about consecutive Qs. So I felt the day before that that evening, maybe the early hours of the morning of yesterday, that could be that the Q posts are in sequence. President Trump's tweet seems to point that out. That would be amazing. That would give a lot more clarity and preciseness to the people still left in the 3D. Because they're into their facts and figures, aren't they? They like evidence. Evidence to them. Evidence can come in any which way. There's evidence we don't even know about. But they like things that are evidence to them is, they can reference it from a reliable source, the media, that they know. But that's going to happen at some point, so why not tomorrow? Why not Hillary tomorrow? That'd be fantastic. We're on cue, we're on time for something though. The storm yesterday with Jamaica, it says it's gone to Cuba, so Cuba is Guantanamo, you see. Cuba's 27, JFK code. Guantanamo is 107, military is 107, quantum is 107, Trump's is 107. They all come to 107. Hey Sam. Hey Diane. Hey folks, hit the like button. Well, yeah, like and hype and subscribe if you would. Let's kick this into, kick the afterburners on. 23 I am. There you go. That's why they like that number. But we like the number as well. We take it back. And then China. Why is President Trump out in the Far East right now? Japan, big in Japan, China, South Korea. And Q mentions China and South Korea. Mentions that President Trump will be out there at this time. So the next 48 hours could be really massive. Could be less. Could be later today. Well, they say, don't they? They give a timestamp. They say, I think it's the early hours of the morning that Hillary's supposed to get arrested on the 30th. The interesting thing as well about the 30th is, as I mentioned, is that it's Ivanka's birthday. So we've got 256 in the chat. 256 is 2025, and then 114, the Trump card activation. Now we've got 255, which is 1,000 years of peace. That's what we're leading to, 1,000 years of peace. That's what we all want. We want heaven. My mate, Matt Letitia, I asked him once what he wanted. He said, I want heaven. It's like, I agree. We want peace. We want eternal life. That's what we want. And his numbers are 256 and 116. So 116 is a Letitia, and I'm just talking about him now. And 256 is Matthew Paul Letitia, and that's what we've got in the chat. I have to send that to him and let him see it. This is how the numbers work. See, we speak and it happens. It's a great multi-directional, dimensional tool of reality. Numbers are code. So when we talk about the numbers, we're coding into existence. We're connecting with things as well, and it blends the lines of dimensions of reality. That's why it's so much fun. So 261, there you go. 261 is November 22nd. 118 is the storm. Oh, that would be good. There we go. That would be fantastic. 261 is also my cousin Paul. So it's Paul Bushnell 143 plus his date of birth, January 18th. We've got some sunny haze going there. So Paul Bushnell 143, 118 plus 261. 267 is Sonny Hayes plus Joshua Pierce. They're the racers in the F1 film, and they escape to victory, basically. They break the reality, they win, and everyone is very, very happy. 277 is Quantum Financial System. Sonny Hayes drives in the 120 car first of all, and then he gets a 7. So 120 plus 7 is 127. The Ace of Spades. 271 is 1776. Hey Robin, hey Sue, good to see you all. It's coming, folks. It's coming. Can you feel it in the air? Can you feel Phil Collins? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. It's coming. Is it really bad in Jamaica? They say it's the storm of the century. They're saying it's massive. It's strange how things are named. It's strange how things have come up. And it's strange how the timestamps work. But it's beautiful as well. Beautiful, strange. 119. Not that those two together are, but they're still beautiful. But yeah. 272, a temporal pincer movement. 125, time travel. Dark to light. It feels like the numbers in the chat and the thumbs up are deliberate right now. Where's President Trump today? Has he done China? Or is he doing China today? When's he doing South Korea? Is that today or tomorrow? What's the time? What's the time scale? What's the actual boots on the ground reference points? Hey Roxy, yeah, I would say so. They even had a thing about saying in one of the papers, it said about AI and the storm for Jamaica. So I was like, oh, they're telling us that's what that is. Imagine if the storm, it was revealed that all of that was manufactured and created. Maybe actually just through the press, or is it a combination of the press, the fake press, and combination of seed? What do they call it? Cloud seeding. Does feel manufactured though. Does feel that. I would agree with that. close though, folks. We are close. Every day is closer. Yeah, so I was saying about 261. I saw a tweet. Looked like a nice account, very small account. I haven't been able to verify it, but they was, excuse me, on their tweet they were saying that a company had put an option to buy 261 million of XRP for some project or some venture. And I thought that stood out to me, 261. That marks November 22nd for JFK. Hey, Stephen. God communicates through numbers. 351. If you add up A plus 1, well, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. If you add them all up together, it comes to 351. 285. There you go. Ivanka Marie Bushnell. Ivanka Marie Flotus. 292. That's a great number. It's a very big number. And then 140 in the chat, Tom Numbers. Can someone check what President Trump's itinerary is today for when he's out in the Far East? Is he in China today? Did he do that last night? I know the Japan part's been done, or it was being done. I don't know if it's finished. But when does he go to Korea, South Korea, and when does he go to China? Is that today, tomorrow? When is that? Hey, Roxy. Tomorrow. Okay, thanks, Suzanne. So it's tomorrow. And then when's he do South Korea? Is that the day after China? Okay, so South Korea tomorrow. So he's in South Korea today. Is he in South Korea today? And then China tomorrow. So China today, South Korea tomorrow. Okay. Okay. And then what's the schedule after that? Has he got any other countries out there? I think he did something with Malaysia as well, didn't he? Or Indonesia, Malaysia, a few days ago. When's he coming back? China might be on the 30th, maybe. That's tomorrow. Yeah, that's what someone's already said, confirmed. Hit the hype button, folks. Share it with a friend or on your social medias. That would be awesome. Maybe even things like Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook, but maybe you need to start doing it. But we could post the videos there, let people see them. Excuse me. Just gonna. There we go. There we go. So he's in Korea. Okay, well, the Q post says that he would be in Korea. Says he would be meeting out in China and SK, South Korea, at this time. So it's a com on the Q post. And so going by that, if we're seeing in sequence, he talked about sequence, these consecutive Qs. President Trump did when he tweeted 8 years ago, yesterday. The Hillary one is supposed to happen tomorrow, which would be absolutely fantastic. Oh, Brandy, hey, thanks. I appreciate you sharing it on Facebook. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. 150, pull the plug. At the end of the F1 film, they say you have until the end of the season to pull the plug. And they also do give an example of the RV. Lots of things in play right now, folks. And do we come on this timeline of working in sequence now where the world can catch up, the world can see it? No hype button. Okay. $152 in the chat. Black Swan event. I wish you knew when on RV. Hey, Stephen. I would suggest it's close. That's what I would suggest. I mean, I felt like it would be yesterday, 5 years ago, because I could feel it and see it. So, but it's coming. It's coming. It might refresh. I think you get 3 hypes a week, so it might refresh in a few days. But you can subscribe to notifications, like, share, and keep looking each day for the hype button. It might reappear. Silver, hello. I just said hello back to you, Silver. Have you been on before? I don't recognise you, but if you have, welcome to the show. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Matthew. Let's go. Yeah, it would. And that, I believe that's coming, Johnsy. I think that will come. It's been coming in drips and drabs. Well, good to have you here, Silver Wolves. Hey, Stephen. I felt for a long time when the mainstream media gets flipped, when they start telling everybody the truth, then we're near the end then. So that wakes everyone up. Mainstream media is the thing that put everyone into lockdown. It's the thing that can put people into ascension as well. Thank you, Silver. I appreciate you sharing them on X and Telegram. It's much appreciated. So we've got 303 in the chat. 303 days will be tomorrow. So it'll be 283 from President Trump's inauguration, but it'll be a 303, and it's Ivanka's birthday tomorrow. And it all started with her. I got activated by her. My brother said that to me. He said she did something when I met her. I didn't know it was going to be this, but I welcomed it. And there was something very special around that meeting point. And the numbers lined up. I met her on June 11th. June 11th, the numbers comes to 141. Reincarnation, Quantum Leap, Tom Bushnell. It was the 162nd day of the year, 162. So if you do day 30 plus 162, it comes to 192, which is Ivanka Marie Trump. And in the photograph that you'll see on my Twitter, maybe I should put that on my YouTube. I don't know. Maybe. I have to adjust the pictures. But you've got my logo, my image, and then you've got the picture of me and Ivanka on the banner. And there's a 55 there behind us on the side, and a golden 55. 55 heaven, Ivanka. Melania 55. But it's the Delmonico Plaza, which apparently her father used to own at some point. Barry Hearn told me that. But Delmonico comes to 146, Ivanka Trump in numbers 146. So 292, wow, that's great. 172, hyperinflation, 292, that's a super big number. There you go. So, yeah, very important. Junction in the time-space continuum. That's what it was. I was supposed to meet her. Which I did. And, yeah. She felt off-worldy. Yeah. She could have literally manifested from one of the ships above and come down to meet me at that point, activate me, and send me into the future on my journey and completing the Pokemon Go, the ascension of Pokemon Go as we go along. That's what it's like. 174, there you go. 174, trust the plan, currency exchange from President Trump and Melania came down the escalator 5 days later. And of course, Ivanka was there at that event. 304, that's a massive number. 175, there you go. 175 is Hurricane Melissa. 176 is Back to the Future. All things come back around, folks. All things come back around. Nothing is impossible. Impossible is 119. Nikola Tesla 119. So there you go, Sherry. Hey, Jorgie. Where's everyone from? Where are you from in the chat? I think we are, yeah. Well, Alien is 41. Good, 41. Home, 41. USA, 41. King, 41. My initials, TSB, 41. Central Texas. There you go. Fantastic. Oklahoma, Okie. NC, Richmond. There's a Richmond here in England as well. They even have a university. kind of like one of those remote, well, yeah. Anyway. Sweden. We're in Sweden. Fantastic. Brilliant, folks. Alrighty. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.